What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to talk about what coaches are looking for when you show up to their college camp. All right, guys, so like we talked about in my previous video about the Elite 11 and Rivals camps, those are a little bit different than college camps, but the one thing that stays the same is those coaches have seen thousands of athletes this past year. They've seen tons of athletes in all of their camps coming out, trying to get recruited, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to get noticed. And the thing that you have to do, like we talked about, is you have to separate yourself. Now, how can I do that? How can I separate myself? Well, first of all, you shouldn't even be attending the camp in the first place if the coach doesn't know who you are, has seen your film, or you've been in contact with them, or you've met them before. If it's just some random camp, you know what I mean? You're going, you know what, you could get better, but it's not going to get you recruited, okay? Maybe if you're the best guy at the camp, they're going to pay attention to, but coaches already have this list of guys that they want to recruit, that they're looking at, and you have to be on that list to get noticed at one of these camps for them to see. That's who they make it for. They don't make it for, you know, this is not where guys get noticed, but it could be a place where you get better, you learn some things, you get exposure to kind of how their college runs things. But the main thing is, if you're going, those coaches have to notice you, and that's how you're going to separate yourself. Because if they've noticed you, they've met you before, they've seen your film, then they're going to start to pay attention. And that's on you, really, before the process even starts. You have to be able to get your film in front of those guys, okay? But the way to separate yourself is you got to be on their radar. You have to be noticed. You have to have some attention. All right, the second way to really separate yourself at one of these camps is you have to compete, okay? And I know that sounds simple, but I don't mean compete with these other quarterbacks or these other receivers, other linemen, whoever. I don't mean compete with them. Yeah, you should strive to try to be better than them. You should strive to be the best guy at the camp. Yeah, that's great. But at the end of the day, you're competing with yourself, because in reality, none of those guys, we're not competing for a job here. You know what I mean? We're trying to get noticed. We're all there for the same reason. You need to compete with yourself. Make every single, let's say from a quarterback's perspective, every single throw needs to be better. From a receiver, I should be catching every ball. If I drop a ball, next pass, I ain't dropping another one. Making the next route, the next route, the next route better. You know what I mean? You need to compete with yourself, because that's going to separate, that's going to show the coaches that, okay, this guy just really wants to get better. He wants to win. He's not worried about what everybody else is doing. He's content with himself. He wants to go to work, and that's what those college coaches are looking for, and that's what's ultimately going to separate you, along with being noticed, having them recognize you, getting their attention. But then once they have your attention, once you have their attention, then that's what it comes into play. The work, you have to show up, you have to stay in your lane and just work, guys. It's not gonna be, I'm worried about what this guy's doing or this guy's doing. You're gonna have to work, focus on yourself, and compete with yourself. All right, guys, I really wanna thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and please leave any questions you guys have in the comments. I'll make sure to get back to you, and I'll see you guys next time.